Welcome to Buzzed and Baffled, the podcast where the wine is flowing, the stories get weird, and we try our best to keep the chaos to a minimum. Try being the keyword.
Before we jump in, a quick behind-the-scenes truth. Producing the show is basically an Olympic sport. Between being the media manager, the sound engineer, the editor, and trying to control her own voice volume, which, let's be honest, Nicole's has the natural power of a small megaphone, things can get a little unpredictable. So if you hear the occasional mic spike, just know it's not your headphones. It's Nicole living her best and loudest life.
Disclaimer, we're not experts. Just two curious humans with wine in hand and an enthusiasm for the bizarre. Some topics may be dark, sensitive, or downright strange, so listener discretion is advised. And remember, everything you hear is for entertainment only, so take the story seriously, just not too seriously.
And any opinions shared on this podcast are our own and not reflective of any third party.
Now, pour a glass, settle in, and get ready to be buzzed and baffled.
Are we recording?
We're recording. We're back.
Am I on the right thing?
You are.
Are you sure? I know you can hear me, but that doesn't mean that it's recording through me.
It is recording. We are on the soundboard, not my laptop.
Okay.
It's hard, but we're both having the meat sweats right now, so we don't really know what's happening.
I made some banging ass steaks for dinner.
It was a real gamble because I picked out the steaks because it was my dinner tonight, and she wasn't too sure if she was happy with this arrangement that I made.
I was like, well, I can walk you through how to pick out a good steak. Nope, I got to do it myself.
The only way I learn is by doing. Kind of like with that stupid goddamn hose.
Yeah, you learned a little bit about hose plumbing today.
Uh-huh.
A couple trips to the hardware store.
It goes like pretty much all of my projects go.
Yeah.
And
that's all right. We went on an adventure.
It was a little bit of a gong show. But in my defense, she told me how to fix something in completely the wrong way. So I was very confused.
In my defense, it was the right way for the thing I thought you had. It was wrong for what you actually had. I should have asked for a picture first.
Because it was like the arm for the spigot.
The vacuum breaker. You needed a vacuum breaker replacement, and I didn't realize that your hose bib had a vacuum breaker.
Oh, the hose bib. That's the arm for the spigot.
Oh, yeah, silly me. This is definitely my fault that I didn't know you had the right thing.
Also, who named something like that a hose bib? That doesn't even make any sense.
I don't know. I didn't name it.
A bib prevents things from getting on your clothes and such. That doesn't prevent anything from getting anywhere.
I don't know.
It sprays water everywhere, especially when it doesn't work.
When it leaks.
Which, the whole design of that hose bib was stupid.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
But it's fixed now.
It is.
Just took a little extra effort and some parts.
2 trips, but we got it.
Yep.
So, what is our wine for tonight?
Nicole picked this wine. It's called Chronic Cellars Petite Syrah. I think she picked it because there's a picture of her on the label.
Are you calling me skinny?
Yeah. Exactly.
Her and I hair looks the same right about now.
Yep. I keep the same. Oh, you don't have a pink shirt on, but
no.
Sweet Petite 2022 Petite Syrah. All class and a little sass. Sweet Petite goes after what she wants. Next stop, a pot. Jesus Christ, Kyla. A spot in the poshest penthouse.
Actually, maybe that is me.
I know.
I just bought it because there's a skeleton on the front.
Sip back with the loveliest blueberry notes and a zing of fresh cracked pepper. This may be interesting.
I had a choice between the Petite Syrah or another Cab Sab. Like, we do get a lot of Cab
We
Sabs. I'm like, let's do something different.
And there's a skull on the cork, too. Okay. A real cork.
For our cork holder. You're going to slam that right into the mic.
Yep, moving it over.
You got it?
Yeah. I'm trying to get the pop for the ASMR, Nicole.
Oh, that's a nice pop.
I hope you all enjoyed that.
I'm going to cut that out.
You fucking would. I just struggled for like 3 minutes to not hit myself in the eye with the corkscrew or hit my boom arm on my mic like I always do.
I'm gonna cut that out so that nobody can hear it.
Are you just gonna put that stupid fucking horn on there? Wee! It's like a fucking clown horn.
Ooh, it's a nice dark, deep red. Ooh, it smells really nice. Lana, do you want some wine?
No, she's behaving. Let her be. Ooh, it smells really good.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, it's nice on the tongue. It's not super dry, so it doesn't dry your mouth out.
It's a little dry on the finish, but it's really good.
I don't know if I noticed blueberries necessarily.
No, or cracked pepper.
But it's not like a cherry or a strawberry forward.
Yeah,
either.
it's definitely dark fruit.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
This would have been really good with the steak.
Yeah, it would have been really good with the steak.
But I was like, we're not going to break it open and break protocol.
No,
so
we would never do that.
we would never do things out of order.
No, especially Nicole.
No, I never ever. Well, and Kyla, you're going to be very happy to know that I'm not coming for your crown today.
I appreciate the pity win for myself. I'll take it.
I'm going to let you hold on to it until my next story.
That was such a dumb idea I had. Let's have a crown. Maybe I'll have it once in a while.
My name is Kyla, no sense of self-preservation, Cole.
Nope.
I'm going to see if Nicole's competitive enough to want to keep the crown.
I learned my lesson with you and challenging you to race across the football field.
I don't know if we've ever told this story.
I don't think we have.
It was one of the first few times we've been hanging out together, and we were walking back from Gino's, and right near our house, there's this football field, and there's a track that goes around it. She looks me dead in the eyes and goes, "Do you want to race?"
I'm an idiot. Mind you, I do not exercise.
And I think I was still running regularly at that time. And I was like, yeah.
And by the grace of God, we could not get into the gates.
Yes, we couldn't get in. And she's like, oh, thank God.
I was definitely going to write an ass my check couldn't cash, as someone else in this room has said.
I don't know what you're talking about. But today,
your face is healed. I'm going to spray you.
I know. That's why I'm like, okay, I got to be real careful. Today, we are going back in time to yesteryear. Picture it. England, 1665.
Okay.
We are in Eyam, Eyam, in Derbyshire.
Okay.
Today, Derbyshire is known for things such as Chatsworth House, which is the home of the Duke and Duchess of Derbyshire, and for the scenery for the productions of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. So you can see Chatsworth House right there. That's where Mr. Derby lived.
Darcy.
You can't spray me for
that. I didn't. I'm just loosening this because it dripped on my leg.
Just going to get it nice and tight so it sprays me right in the eye. It's known for its picturesque towns and villages such as Buxton, which is a well-known spa town due to mineral waters.
Ooh.
However, if you ask the inhabitants of Eyam if their life was idyllic, as it looks, they would probably reply, not so much. You see, the bubonic plague, also called Black Death, based on how the presentation looks, which you can see in a picture up there, that is what the Black Death looks like.
Icky.
And people still get the plague, so that is a modern day
the plague
picture.
Is still out and about. We can treat it now.
Yeah.
But it's definitely still something people get.
Yeah. So the Black Death came to Eyam in September of 1665. So you got to remember, though, this is not like the first big round of the Black Death that killed millions of people. These are follow-up breakthrough, kind of like with COVID. We had the real big one in 2020 and then small batches afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
A batch of cloth was sent to a local tailor. Unfortunately, this bundle carried fleas and came from London, where thousands of people were dying from the plague. The tailor's assistant, George Vickers, opened the damp bale of cloth and hung the cloth in front of the hearth to dry, which rousted the infected fleas, resulting in George being the first resident of Eyam to be infected by the plague.
That's a bummer because he was just like doing his job.
Yep. By September 7th, 1665, George was dead.
Oof.
So to understand what happens, first we have to understand how the bubonic plague works. So this is the science.
Okay.
I put this in here just for you because I know you like pustules and death.
I'm not even going to argue with that.
Like if there was a big ass pimple to be popped,
Oh, yeah.
you would be like if David got like a big ass cyst on his back,
I'd be like, I'm doing microsurgery on
I
that.
feel like you would tie him to the table like with his arms underneath so he couldn't get away.
Yep. Stop screaming.
Yeah. So the bubonic plague. Well, do you know? Maybe you can tell me what is the bubonic plague. Let's test your knowledge.
So it's a bacterium and it
Mhm.
lives, it's spread by,
Do you know its scientific
I
name?
do, and I cannot, what is the first
Why?
Yersinia? Is it Yersinia? Yersinia bubonicis or something like that?
Pestius.
Okay.
Yersinia pestius.
Okay. Yeah. It's been a long time since I've had to know that. So I'm really glad I even came up with Yersinia.
I only know because that's written down on this piece of paper in my script.
So the bacteria is transmitted by fleas biting infected victims, essentially rats.
Yeah, so it's typically spread from rodents to humans via bites from infected fleas.
Mhm.
The symptoms include bubos.
Bubos. That's where bubonic comes
Yeah,
from.
so the swollen, tender lymph nodes in the groin, armpit, and neck, sudden fever and chills, often over 102, which isn't good. That's
Yeah,
bad for your
that's pretty
brain.
high.
Maybe that's what happened to me. Do you think I got the bubonic plague way back then and like I
Yeah.
just haven't fully recovered?
Maybe. I could see your bubos from here.
Eyes up here, Kyla. There's general illness, such as severe muscle cramps, seizures, headache, and extreme fatigue, and skin changes. Gangrene from the fingers, toes, lips, and nose, which may turn black.
And stinky.
Yes. As it is a bacteria, it can be treated by modern antibiotics, often doxycycline. But if you need that,
Good luck.
good luck because Walgreens won't have it for you.
It's such a rare and unusual medication.
I'm on that all the time for my skin. Do I have the bubonic plague?
Did they just not tell you?
Did my dermatologist not want to break the news to me that I've been carrying the bubonic plague
It-
since the 1600s?
It would have been a lot of paperwork with the health department. So she's just like, no.
We're just gonna keep her at a low dose of doxycycline this entire time. It wasn't cystic acne. It was the plague. I thought it's all coming together now. And so the mortality rate is low if treated within 24 hours. But you have to think if you're only getting cramps and, headache and fatigue, you're not likely going to go for doxycycline because you don't know you have the plague. You
Mhm.
think you have the flu.
Yep.
And also, they didn't have doxycycline
No.
in 1665. So the recovery can occur within 1 to 2 weeks if you get antibiotic treatment immediately. If treatment is delayed outside the first 24 hours, there's often organ damage due to blood infection.
Okay.
If untreated, it is fatal between 30 to 60% of cases. The key states of the disease of progression include. I was like, I needed to fluff her up. So day 0 is inoculation. An infected flea bites a human, injecting Yersinia pestis bacteria into the skin. Incubation is days 1 through 7. So like on the ship where they just brought hantavirus.
Oh, yeah.
Incubation.
Yeah, we're going through hantavirus right now. Future people who aren't
Yeah.
listening live.
So like I'm
And
assuming
Ebola.
all those people are still in Nebraska, I'm hoping, quarantining. But the people in South Africa with the Ebola, I don't know how that's going to turn out.
Yeah,
Probably
and
not great.
when we were fixing your hose, John Buzzo texted me an article that apparently there's some flesh-eating worm that was found, like, it's a sheep parasite, I believe. I only briefly read the article, like, 31 miles from the United States border. I'm like, "Oh, fucking course there is."
Was it like in one of the ancient icebergs that melted and the
Probably.
worm is now free?
Yeah.
That tracks. I'm gonna find that in my yard this weekend because my days have been going so good. So in incubation, days 1 through 7, the bacteria travels through the lymphatic system, reproducing and migrating toward the nearest lymph node. And that's why you get all the swollen glands. The initial symptoms are day 2 through 8, with a sudden onset of fever, chills, headache, and severe malaise. So the bubo formulation are day 3 to 9. The bacteria cause acute painful inflammation of the lymph nodes. So you get like big black pustules.
Mhm.
So think of a boil, but it's filled with black goo,
Yuck.
which is why
That's
it's
so
called the Black
gross.
Death. The systemic spread, the bacteria escape the lymph nodes and enter the bloodstream, causing widespread damage, black skin spots, and possible organ failure. So essentially, it looks like your veins are like
Mhm.
branching out black, and you're getting necrosis. I'm assuming.
Yep. Yeah, you've gone septic.
Yeah. Advanced infection, the pneumonic phase. If the bacteria reaches the lungs, it causes secondary pneumonic plague, characterized by severe coughing, vomiting, and rapid death. So, George Victor's is the first to die in Eyam. However, he is not the last. Between September and December, 42 more villagers have succumbed to the disease. And at that time, it was believed that about 350 to 800 people lived in the village total.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, so like 5 to 13% of the population died in 3 months.
Ew.
Many of the villagers were preparing to flee in order to save themselves when a newly appointed rector, William Mompesson, and you see him up there, he's got a quite pronounced nose.
Mhm.
And just for anyone who doesn't know, because I had to look this up, because I'm like, what the fuck is a rector?
Oh.
And a rector is a senior clergy member, and because the church was so prominent in these communities, they're often like the leader of the community also.
Yeah, it was, like, when I did the, chimney sweeps,
Yeah.
the church essentially is, like, in charge of the village. They're like
Mm.
the village governance.
Mm. So William intervened and made the decision that everyone in the village needed to quarantine to prevent the spread of the plague to nearby villages.
Okay.
It should be noted that this was an unusual action at this time. It was not unheard of for officials to lock people in their homes when the infection was present in an attempt to prevent the spread of the disease. But voluntary quarantines was not something that you normally saw in this time period. We only had hostages, not volunteers. You know a little something about that. Typically, it was common for those within affected areas, such as London, to flee to the countryside. In London, as the plague spread, they would seal off those inside their houses to not allow them to escape to the outside world. So basically, they just locked you in, and whatever you had inside the house is what you had until
Mhm.
everybody died or they knew no one else was infected.
Mm.
And I think about like the Monty Python and the Holy Grail when they bring out your
Yep.
dead. Like that's what was happening.
Mhm.
That was the Black Death. How long do you think that they would seal someone inside their house?
Um, 2 weeks.
40 days.
Ooh.
Like I don't know if I would have enough supplies. And like I have a chest freezer.
Yeah, I wonder if were they dropping off supplies on the porch or any like, down the chimney or anything?
I think if you had family members who would drop stuff off for you, perhaps, but if you were a peasant,
You're
you
just on
might
your
not
own.
have that. If you were nobility, you probably could get something
Yeah.
dropped off. Those with financial means, nobility and merchants, would go to the countryside. Between 1665 and 1666, approximately 100,000 people died of the Black Death in London, which was 20% of the population. Those who left London would carry the fleas on their clothing or goods, and it would spread the disease to the countryside.
Those fuckers.
But I'm also thinking, if you know the Black Death is happening in London, why would you order a bunch of wet cloth?
hmm hmm
That doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you do that?
I'm sure part of it is ignorance about how it was spread because they
Mhm.
wouldn't have known.
That's true. They didn't have science back
Yeah.
then. It was all witchcraft.
Yeah.
The villagers of Eyam were being asked to voluntarily lock themselves within an area that is infected by the plague to protect their neighbors. Maupassant knew it was a big ask. And we have to keep in mind that he was really unpopular in Eyam, and this did not help his case. You see, Maupassant was appointed after the previous rector was removed when he refused to use the Book of Common Prayer, which was introduced by Charles II for religious services.
Oh.
It is important to note that a lot of England's history is rooted in religious battles. And the way that the churches in England would often lead depended on who wore the crown at that moment. Just before the Black Death started, between 1642 and 1651, there was a series of conflicts between Charles I and Parliament. This eventually led to the execution of Charles I. So, wah wah. England became a commonwealth for a short period, which is really not normal during that. They were
A monarchy.
a monarchy. So, what Parliament was running it from 1649 to 1660. So, that's 11 years?
Mhm.
20? No, 11.
11.
I was right. Charles II, who was Charles I's son, was exiled and named the King of Scotland and came to power when the monarchy was restored after the Parliament killed his father. So the Parliament said, you know what? This isn't working because they were infighting so much that they couldn't figure out who should be in charge. And so they threw in the towel and asked Charles II to come be king again.
Men.
That didn't happen with Queen Elizabeth.
Nope.
This did not matter to those in Eyam, however, as the majority of those villagers held the Puritan beliefs of Oliver Cromwell and did not wish to follow the faith of Charles I. So Oliver Cromwell was leading the head of Parliament at that time until he wasn't.
Yep. I think he was deemed Lord Protector of the
Mhm.
realm or something like
Yeah.
that.
I don't remember if he died or something happened, or if he just
Yeah,
fell
there's
out
a
of
movie
favor.
about it. I don't remember.
Maupassant was persona non grata due to the association of the new set of beliefs being placed into the churches by the new king. What is a man to do, though? Maupassant decided that the only logical course of action was to reach out to the previous rector, Thomas Stanley, in an attempt to join forces to persuade the village that the voluntary quarantine was the best move for the greater good. Which is not something I really expected to happen.
No, I thought he was gonna be a villain up there.
No, I mean, he's got villain face.
Yeah, he definitely, and he's got that Puritan collar on.
And we have to remember, these are paintings made to make him look better than he
Yep.
did in real life. And it's not saying a whole
No.
lot.
Sorry, man.
He might end up on the Wall of Heroes. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, I know, but you have to wait and see. Maupassant promised the villagers that if they agreed, he would stay with them and do everything within his power to prevent suffering when possible. Telling the villagers he would sacrifice his own life rather than see nearby communities be decimated by disease.
Wow.
Mhm. Stanley proposed cordon sanitaire or a containment barrier be created between Eyam and the outside world to prevent the spread of the plague. And amazingly, the villagers agreed. So in order to enact the cordon sanitaire, the villagers designated a series of boundary stones at specific areas outside the village that neither they nor the outside world would cross. Those outside the village, at the direction of the Earl of Devonshire, would bring goods and leave them for the villagers, who would leave coins disinfected in vinegar, often within holes within the stones. And so you can see in that picture right up there, that's where you can see that holes have been drilled where you can
Mhm.
put the stones in and they're sanitized because the vinegar will kill the bacteria.
Hmm. Okay.
No, when I read this, I was like, really? You made them pay for these goods when they were risking their lives to save yours? Earl of Devonshire, who lives in the Pride and Prejudice
Yeah.
mansion.
It's his land, and he's, like, in charge of these people.
Yeah, like their well-being is his charge. They pay taxes to him for safety, etc., etc. And he's like, you only get oats if you pay. Thanks for not murdering your neighbors
Yeah.
with the plague. But of course, capitalism. Other precautions were taken, and I was pleasantly surprised, which is not something I can often say during one of my
No.
stories.
This is, like, surprisingly upbeat.
I know, even though millions of people are dying, this is like a pretty uplifting story. I'm just trying to lull you into a false
Uh-huh.
sense of complacency so that you're like not expecting what's coming at
I
the next
know.
story.
When you started this, like, "Oh, this isn't even a murder that she's doing."
I mean,
She's
there's a murder, it's just fleas doing it. It's not a people murder.
Are you gonna start doing natural disasters and stuff? That's my wheelhouse. You mind your own business. Stay in your lane.
Well, you took my crown with a murder story, so
'Cause it was good.
yeah, well, murders are mine.
Oh, no.
In order, I got to start my sentence without using those words up there. In order to reduce the risk of infection between those within the villages during quarantine, church was moved outside to open air worship. They were thinking about this. Like,
Mhm.
okay, so if fleas and person to person contact and everything, we need to like separate. They had a little bit of COVID rules,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, and props to them for recognizing a pattern, even though they may not have known the exact reason.
Mm-hmm.
They're seeing, "Oh, people in close proximity to infected people
Yeah.
is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
We're still gonna have church, but let's do it outside."
Yeah. And we know if people, this came to us because people came in here from London and now people are dying. If
Mhm.
we go to other villages, they're going to die. So we
Mhm.
can't do that. So even though you were a Puritan man of God, so to speak, there was still a little bit of common sense.
Yeah.
These precautions help, but did not completely stop the spread of the disease. I'm trying really hard not to sneeze right now.
You have the plague.
But I also have a really stupid sneeze and I don't want it recorded
I
on
don't think
air.
Oh, yeah, I've heard your sneeze. Never mind.
I don't want it recorded for prosperity.
Prosperity.
Posterity?
Posterity.
Posterity. In August 1666, this was the highest death rate in Eyam. On average, they saw 5 to 6 deaths per day.
Oh, wow. And it took, because this started in 1665, right? So it's been
Mm-hmm.
almost a year.
Yep.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
that's a bummer that they're trying to do this and it's not really going.
Yeah. This was in part because the weather was abnormally hot, which meant that the fleas were more active, which resulting in more spread of disease. And like they're in the middle of the country of England. So like it's normally just cold, wet, and rainy there,
Mhm.
except for the summer of 1666. Also, can you imagine the smell of all those dead bodies in the moist, humid air?
Um, I can.
Mm.
The average person cannot.
Yeah. I imagine it smells sweet a little bit.
There's a little bit of sweetness that, yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
So tell our dear readers of all your experience, because Kyla loves dead bodies.
Oh, it's my favorite thing.
So, what's your favorite part about the rot of dead
Oh my
bodies?
God.
Is it when they're big and juicy?
Oh, gross.
Maybe a
No.
little skin slip?
Oh, no. I can't say I have a favorite part about a rotting body. That was not one of the highlights of my job.
You didn't have to like write a paper about that in school?
No, I didn't have to write a paper about it. I just had to look at a lot of pictures and talk about it.
Gross. It is noted that many families saw several family members die in succession. Elizabeth Hancock, and there's a drawing of her right there. So there's a drawing of a woman obviously dragging a body behind her through a field.
Mhm.
Elizabeth Hancock buried her husband and 6 of her children in the fields of her family in the space of 8 days.
Oh my gosh.
You imagine how exhausted she was?
Besides the emotional toll, you have the physical toll.
Because you have 6 kids who are sick, so you're trying to
Mhm.
take care of them, not get sick yourself.
Your husband's sick. You have no support, and then on top of that, you have to bury all their bodies
So you have to out there and, like,
or burn them or whatever
they
they were
buried
doing.
them. Those outside the village stood on a hill and watched, but were too scared to break the barrier and help, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, and that's tough. I mean, good on them for being like, we really want to be there and help you, but also we really can't.
Also, stop making her pay for supplies.
Yeah, also that. Like, don't make her pay for the vinegar to sanitize the coins to pay for the vinegar.
Like, maybe someone drop off a home-cooked meal.
Can we start a meal train for poor Elizabeth Hancock
Like,
here?
she needs to catch a break. I've had 2
I knew you
hard
were just gonna talk.
days, so I know the horrors she has seen.
Nicole was minorly inconvenienced for 2 days in a row.
Like, my normal good luck has not been following through for the last 2 days.
Oh, that just means you're gonna win like free siding for your house or some shit like that.
Oh, yeah, like, it's gonna come and it's gonna be on sale,
Uh-huh.
and, like, I'm gonna come up gold.
Yep.
A man named Marshall Howe contracted the plague but survived. Due to the belief that he could not contract the plague twice, he was tasked with the job of helping to bury the dead within the village. He is not a hero, however.
Oh no, Marshall Howe.
What do you think he did?
Did he rob people?
He was robbing the dead.
God damn it, Marshall.
But he got what was coming to
Okay,
him.
good.
He was later forced to bury his own 2-year-old son and his wife, and the working theory is they likely became infected through the items he stole from the dead and brought to the home.
Well, that's what you get. I'm sorry for his wife and son,
Yeah.
but what a piece of shit he is.
Yeah. I do not have a picture of him to put on the wall of villains, but Montpesson's own wife, who took care of the sick, contracted the plague and died on August 23rd,
Oh, that's
1666.
sad.
Starting in September 1666, the number of deaths slowed. So she was so close to making
she
it
almost made it, and the weather's starting to cool off. Things are starting to
Mhm.
slow down a little bit.
Yep.
Oh, darn it.
At the height of the outbreak, Eyam's mortality rate was higher than that of London.
Mm.
The quarantine lasted 14 months, and the total number of deaths was 260 people from 76 families.
Wow. And there was fewer than 800 in the whole village.
Yes. In the end, the quarantine was successful, and the disease did not spread outside Eyam and saved thousands of lives.
Wow. Way to go, people of Eyam,
Mhm.
except for Marshall Howe.
And maybe the Earl of Devonshire.
Yeah, maybe he's not so awesome either.
No, because he could have done a lot more
he could
than
have
what
been-
he did.
Here's some bread and grains for you.
Some hot porridge.
Yeah. Here's a little something since you're making sure this doesn't spread to my entire earldom.
But do we need a stone like that so we can leave things for each other in vinegar?
In your porch.
Yes, it's like right at the front steps of my house. Like, I need you to drop the saw off and you just like put it on the stove.
Here's the saw in the vinegar.
Yes.
Kyla, here's some inquirers. I put some inquirers for you in the vinegar.
I'm 3 inquirers behind again.
I know.
I need to chop. I'm off tomorrow, so I'll do that. In between my cutting
Your projects.
my projects and watching The Box with Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my story. It's a
Wow.
little short.
That's okay.
That's okay. But it's uplifting.
A little bit.
A lot of people died,
It's uplifting. A lot of people died. There was a real bad dude.
but less people died than could have.
Yeah. The people of the town can collectively go on the wall of heroes.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know them all, except for Elizabeth Hancock, founder of Hancock, Michigan.
Yes, that's really me right
Maybe,
there.
yeah.
That's why this town is called Hancock.
Is that how you knew the troubles and toils she faced?
Uh-huh.
The last 2 days really brought you back to the olden
Yep.
times.
That's why I'm on that doxycycline, and that's why I don't want any more children. Like, I had to bury 6 of them, and that's a lot of work.
That's why you're not married.
Uh-huh.
You've been through it all already.
Well, you married till
Hey,
death.
wait a minute. Your middle name is Elizabeth.
It is. Elizabeth living in Hancock.
Doxycycline.
Uh-huh.
Come on to you.
Is it all coming together now?
Mm-hmm. Well
But-
done.
I don't get the crown tonight.
Only because I don't want to give it up.
Oh, I'm coming for you.
I know you are.
The next story. It's about one of your favorite topics.
Oh, Jesus. Which of my favorite topics is it about?
Which do you think?
Eugenics.
Nope, no eugenics.
Oh, okay.
We finished eugenics, I think.
I
Although I
hope
didn't
so.
look to see if the person. Let me look this up. Hold on. What the fuck is his name again? Hold on, I gotta look up on my list.
I actually had the Black Plague on my very long list of things that I may do a pod about. So now that's one more I can remove off of there because it's getting very long and unwieldy.
I beat you to it.
Yep, and that's fine. Every time I think of something, I just put it on here, and when I'm deciding what to write next, I'll look through my list and pick something. Oh, maybe I took it
Oh,
off
there it
already.
is. Okay. I was right. That is his name. I'm looking up if the person was a eugenicist.
Gosh. Well, I don't know what I'm doing next. I have a whole list of things, very wide range of topics that I could choose from. Mind control to murder to
He was not. So the person I'm doing it about was not a eugenicist. Wait,
it's always when you scroll further.
but his family
Oh no.
was a supporter.
Oh, of course.
But that's not what the focus of it is. That's just like a little extra seasoning. Do you want me to tell you, or do you want to be pleasantly surprised?
I'll just be pleasantly surprised. Actually, tell me in case it's so I don't do that, whatever it is.
Well, it's about someone you said you didn't know.
Well, I've added a lot of things to my list since then.
So I'll just tell you who it's about.
That's fine.
It's about Michael Rockefeller.
Oh, yeah. You did ask me.
Mm.
Okay.
And the Rockefeller, some of them were eugenicists.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's not your favorite thing in this pod.
No.
It's something else.
I'll be pleasantly surprised for that part.
And so she's got to dig deep to find her next
Mhm.
episode.
I don't want to do. I'll pick something maybe not an all-star hit. I'll save my all-stars for when I need to win the crown back.
Okay.
It'll still be a good one,
Mhm.
but it won't be like a mic drop episode. So I
Okay.
have no idea what I'm going to do. I have to write it. I haven't a clue.
Well, and I would say if any of our dear readers had actually sent in contestants for the stupidest man, you could pick one of those. But none of you have texted us or emailed us with suggestions. So all 20 of you need to get on the ball and send us suggestions for the stupidest man contest because we only have one person so far.
Oh, I think I know who I'm going to do next. Okay.
Are you going to tell me?
Well, it was one that you were like, do you know who this person is? And I said, yes. And you're like, damn it. Belganess from Indiana. You had recently learned about her.
Oh, I don't remember.
I think that's what I'll do next.
I probably watched a TikTok about it.
Yeah. She was something.
I made it the whole episode without getting sprayed in the face.
Yeah. You also said in sequence, so like, and I didn't spray you.
I appreciate that.
I already put the sprayer down and I didn't want to reach to get it.
I've had, just like Elizabeth Hancock,
yeah.
such a bad couple of days. I just needed a
You just needed a little ray of sunshine.
uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. You and Elizabeth Hancock.
To the next pour and the next plot twist.